Hey guys, like 25
and Archer 9234.
with another special Ranger review. Today we have the brand new Power Rangers box set, season 8 to 12. So for this season box set, we have all of them. So we have from Lightspeed Rescue all the way to Dino Thunder. Each of them has 5 discs inside, and they're all in the corresponding colors. Lightspeed Rescue being pink, Time Force being green, Wild Force being yellow, Ninja Storm being red, and Dino Thunder being blue. Each of the discs are all compact inside, so you can see them all right here.
Each disc comes with 8 episodes this time because each of the seasons are now much shorter, and this helps in a way because we have less compression because compared to last time they had 10 episodes per disc.
Now also, just like the other box sets, when you open the front on the back cover, the front, you see all the episodes in it and what discs are in which is really cool to see and really, really awesome if you guys want to see specific episodes from Power Rangers, Dino Thunder, Ninja Storm, Lightspeed Rescue, whatever. Now also, just like what Shock Factory has done with the previous 2 boxes, we have a special booklet, a 40-page booklet, which has all the cast, it talks about all the cast members, the monsters, the villains, all the episode list. So each of the seasons that you correspond with, they actually have a different little background to it. So Lightspeed Rescue is red right now. Then we have Time Force, which is yellow, Wild Force pink, and then we have Ninja Storm black, and of course Dino Thunder green, which is a nod to, of course, JDF because he was in Dino Thunder. Now the front cover actually has all the Rangers, has a Forever Red kind of look to it, and it actually shows all the Red Rangers just like how they do in the other box sets. On the back, we see the Time Force. Now, what's interesting about the Ninja Storm and some of the other DVDs is that they put over some of the Disney DVD stuff, like the Ninja Storm katas.
They also include the Ninja Storm promos that were also on the original DVD sets. Now, for all the multi-two-parter episodes, for the most part, they're all together. Unfortunately, 2 of them aren't. Reinforcements from the Future, which is in Power Ranger Wild Force, are split between 2 discs, and Movie Madness are also split between 2 discs. Also, there are no DVD subtitles. However, the original closed captioning is included in the set.
Also, another good important thing that they had was the hidden episode from Dino Thunder. Now, this hidden episode was not really much of an episode. It was more like a featurette. It just showed previews of the new Power Rangers episode, SPD, which just had some footage from Deca Ranger, the showing.
Now, the disc menus are continuing what they did in the past seasons where they were all CGI'd and they reference things that are in the show. For Lightspeed Rescue, it's the briefing room with the rotatable screen. For Time Force, it's the clock tower where you can actually see behind where they actually sleep in. And for Wild Force, for some reason, they just made it generic. They didn't pick Princess Shayla's fountain, which I would have assumed they would have done, but they just picked a generic wall. For Ninja Storm, it's the main base area where you can see the main table in the center. And for Dino Thunder, Dr. O's control room.
Now, the good thing about this box set, just like all the previous mega sets, we still have the bonus features. Now, the bonus features in this set actually do not disappoint. The first one that we actually have up is the Voice of a Ranger. Now, the Voice of a Ranger mainly much just talked about the cast members, talking about how they had to do ADR work with Scott Page Pactor. A lot of Ranger casts were shown, actually even things that we never saw, like
Jason Fawn, Eric Cahill, Carol Hoyt from Turbo.
Carol Hoyt from Divatox. She was the second Divatox. That was a big one. Jennifer Yen that was Viper in Lightspeed Rescue. We actually see some of the New Zealand actors that talk about it. Sally Martin.
Pua Magasiva.
Yeah, we see like the RPM one, Anna Hutchison from Jungle Fury. They all talk about how working with the ADR department was and how much fun it could be. And another bonus feature that was really good was Ranger Tale. They actually had a section in which each of the season, from Lightspeed Rescue all the way to Ninja Storm. Sadly, Dino Thunder was actually not included in this one.
However, it's included in the Legacy Helmet set.
So the Lightspeed Rescue voice of Ranger Tales talks about how Sean in the beginning talked about how he really wasn't into the Power Rangers. Sean actually met Chris from In Space and they were talking about it, and then he actually got involved with Power Rangers, and then that's how he actually got into the role of Power Rangers. Now in the Time Force Ranger Tales, Eric and Jason talk about how they were in the Power Rangers thing. They talk about the cast members, how they loved each other, and it was a really friendly environment. In the Wild Force one, we only see Danny and Alyssa. Now those 2 talk about how each of the actors were taken, and then they also talk about how Danny and Princess Shayla were actually recasted the last minute after they filmed some of the episodes.
Which actually kind of resolves a little confusing thing that I always personally had, because I noticed Danny, the actor who played Danny, he was actually in Star Trek Enterprise as an extra, but then all of a sudden he disappeared in the background. And that makes sense because he was casted at the last minute.
Now, the Ninja Storm one talked about, actually was interesting because we actually had Sally and Pua talk about how they were actually in Ninja Storm, and Sally was actually not really that old when she was filming Ninja Storm, so she actually talked about how she got into it, and then They talked about how each of the cast members, like Jason Chan. Now the Pure Titanium Ranger one. Now this one is actually talking about Red Fisher's actually role in being the first American Power Ranger instead of being it like in Sentai where there was actually no Sixth Ranger. He originally actually auditioned twice for Power Rangers. The first one being Leo in Lost Galaxy, and then he did it for Carter in Lightspeed Rescue. But they just didn't want him. And then finally they contacted him and talked about just being in a kind of secretive role until they revealed it. It was the Titanium Ranger.
He also talks about how all the fans accepted him because, again, this could have been a risky move because it's the first time an American Ranger. This doesn't follow the Sentai formula in whatsoever. It's a new design. And he basically thanks everyone that appreciates his work and all the people that remember him for all these years later.
So the next month's feature is a Web of Fans. Now the Web of Fans was just a mixture of both Power Ranger actors and Power Ranger fandom combined into one. Some of the actors talked about how the Ranger fandom is, like, that we're really loyal, that we really care for them, and we like who they are. Then we actually talk about the Power Ranger fandom of Ranger sites, like Ranger Crew. We also got 2 people from Dance Toku Rants. And finally, we also have one from Ray. Ray Z was the original founder of Ranger World, how Ranger World was founded. And then we also have someone from Bruno of MMPR Toys, talked about, the fandom. It's a good in-depth look on how some of the sites that you guys visit, like Ranger Boy, Ranger Crew, Dance Toku Rants, and every other site that you've gone through, this is how they developed.
Now, all the episode previews that aired originally with Lightspeed Rescue, Wild Force, and Time Force are all intact. Episodes that originally aired out of sequence, meaning Mystery at the Clock Tower, the 2 other Time Force episodes, and Snippet Good, and Ninja Storm have all been put into proper sequence, so you can actually watch them the way they originally intended. And also the picture quality, the best improvement is that we finally got these beautiful high quality images. Although since they're now high quality, we actually see some really weird goofs. Like, for example, Leo, he couldn't be with all the other Rangers, so he was shot on green screen. We can clearly see that now. But other positives from this is that we can see details that I've never seen for the past 10 years. Like when you see the Ninja Storm morph. They have this grid pattern mimicking what MMPR did.
Now, another good feature about the Time Force episode is that in the episode Second on Shore, at the end, they actually still kept the In Memory of 3 Trang treatment because 3 Trang died September 10th, 2001. So it was actually nice to see that they actually kept that in the disc, which is really, really a good thing.
Because anytime they re-aired the episode, they would usually cut out that screen. And we personally never saw it because several Time Force episodes did not air in New York City because of the whole 9/11 fiasco.
Now, just like the other boxes, this is actually almost perfect, but there were some minor issues with just the boxes. Now, the one I have to complain about is that there are actually no Sixth Ranger on some of these sets, especially in the Down Thunder set. There's no Trent in it, which is kind of sad.
And Ninja Storm is worse. We only have half the team, only the main core of 3. The other 3 are just omitted. Now, the worst thing about the set is, unfortunately, they were only able to locate the post-9/11 censored versions of Power Rangers Time Force. If you don't know what that means, basically, after 9/11 happened, the previous 20 episodes were re-edited and censored for international audiences and U.S. audiences. And unfortunately, they were unable to find the original broadcast versions that had extra scenes. Here's an example of what was actually cut in one particular episode. In the censored version of Ransik Lives, they cut out some of his lines, changed a few, added in a reaction shot of Katie, and blew up the mountains. In the original broadcast version back in 2001, Ransik was talking about leveling the city and showing buildings blow up. Now, I won't be blaming Shot Factory because it wasn't their fault. It was the people who were originally in charge of archiving all the tape masters. They are the ones that tried their very best to locate the original broadcast versions, but unfortunately they had to go with the 9/11/international versions. So, unfortunately, we have a lot of material missing from those episodes. The episodes are okay. Not every single episode has been edited down, but for the most part, there are things missing. Now, the thing I particularly don't like is that they didn't warn us on the box. Take, for example, Star Trek The Next Generation. They warn you whenever SD material has to be used in order for the footage missing. They put it on the back of the box. And while they fixed the episode order, Shout didn't fix the episode previews. So Time Shadow's preview comes at the end of episode 8 still.
Another thing that I personally would have liked to see, I love the bonus features, but the fact is that only Lightspeed Rescue had the most out of everyone. Time Force, Wild Force, and Ninja Storm. They only had 2 actors just talking about it. I would have liked to see Max or some of even Jason and Frank talk about Down Thunder. But other than that, I really like that we included actors that were barely ever seen, like Divatox and Viper. We actually seen those. And of course, we had Robert Axelrod and Barbara Goodson as Rita and Zed. You actually see the super terror that he has in his room, which is really fun to see. Overall, I really, really give Brian another props for making a really, really good set. The set is really remarkable. If you guys are collecting the mega sets, this set is a definite pickup. We only have one more mega set left until they finish it. It's really, really good. I really like to thank Brian again for giving us another good mega set. And
the only other improvement I could think of is that they could have recorded a few audio commentaries on specific episodes like Forever Red or a Movie Madness, any key episodes like that.
But yeah, that's it for our review of the new Power Rangers Season 8 to 12 DVD. Join us next time, guys. See you later.
You know,
why is he shaking?
One of them is rumbling, don't ask.
Why is he shaking? I'm hearing shaking.
Because I'm bumping into the table.
Hold on. Hey guys, I'm Blue 25.
And Archer9234.
With another special Ranger review today.
No, do it again. You can.
I'm saying episode because I'm thinking we're doing an episode. No, we're not doing an episode. Hey guys, I'm Blue 25.
And Archer9234. Why the hell did I?
This is bad. Hey guys, I'm Blue 25.
And Archer9234.
But it was another episode. I'm used to saying episode because we don't do these a lot.
All you have to do is say put special before episode.
But this is another special.
I know, that's what I gotta do. Each disc comes with 8 episodes instead of the normal 10, so they have left. And they also talk about how they were casted. Like, we heard some weird stories where Allison McGinnis wore this weird, bizarre spandex outfit when she came in.
So Sean actually met Christopher, who played Andros in Lightspeed Rescue. Oh my god. Lightspeed Rescue. Whoa, boy, you're in Lightspeed Rescue.
Now all the episode previews that are I hate that.
I just noticed that you just put this in the order of this.
You didn't. This whole time
I didn't notice.
I specifically put him the mimic.
I just looked at it and I'm like, wait.
Yeah, I specifically did that, so I
didn't notice that. I just realized it right now. I'm like, wait.